Posse along from the Freestyle Fellowship Project, Blowed, Ace One. Tuned in to Fifth Element Hip Hop. Hey.
Yeah. You already know that it's evident. You're rocking with East God and the Fifth Element. Probably should run for president. The Black Wolf walk in the woods, feel like the Revenant. I had to embellish it. MC on the beat, like OT from the D. Just pass me the rock, I'ma pull it up from the 3. I see strange things like 11. And when I'm on the mic, I get them hype like DJ 7 or DJ Slim. In Hollywood like I'm Bull. They know I'm the one. Man, the knowledge come from the dreads. Just X-ray son. Peace, love, and unity. You gotta give it your best. And you say that you got them bars, or we gon' give them a test. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You ain't say it right, please say it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yo, what up, though? Y'all know what time it is, man. Another episode of Fifth Element Hip Hop, where we represent hip hop in its truest form. That's peace, love, unity, and having fun. And like always, man, we got some special guests in the building. But before we go ahead and get into that, let me go on ahead and introduce you to my co-host. Y'all know him by Ray Sun, but around here we be like Ramon.
What up? New week, no smut on our name.
Last time that I checked.
Let's get it, man. It's about to be a dope one.
Yes, sir.
4 years in. Let's go.
You know what I mean? And sitting to the right of me is your favorite DJ's favorite DJ, the one and only Blend God, DJ Slim. What up, though?
Yeah, peace, and welcome to another episode of the Fifth Element, not the podcast. This is a show, man, and today's supreme mathematics is build or destroy, man. To build is to add on, and to destroy is to take away, so you should be trying to build in every way possible.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Each and every day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And sitting in the back, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Hollywood ain't here, you know what I'm saying? Because he out, you know what I mean, doing what he do on the field.
Okay, then.
You know,
go crazy,
putting
bro.
up them stats, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go
Going
crazy,
up from
bro.
going to varsity in the 10th grade.
Come on
you know,
now.
Nice.
Talk
on
your
the football
top.
field. He really liked that. He really liked that. You know,
like that.
Fifth Athletics.
You know what I'm saying? Fifth athletics. You feel me?
Grew up. D1 stats.
Athletics. That's actually
You know,
cool.
and sitting back there, man, is the one and only Smooth K. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
He in the
what
building
up,
with
though?
us.
What up, though? We in the building now, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know, just to sum everything up, bro, I got 2 projects already out. Third one on the August 17th. That's
Yes,
the reason
sir.
why the wait was the wait. But we back.
See?
No doubt.
The wait is over.
You did. The wait is over. The wait is over. The bridge is over. You did. Come on, let's go, bro. We're gonna go crazy, man. Trying to spread that positivity.
We got Dirty Red sitting in the seat with us today too,
Yo,
man. What up, Red?
What's good? What's
What's
good, nephew?
good?
What's
What's
good
good,
to the
family?
fam? Hey, shouts out, nation, blessings, and let's keep rocking the
I'm
great
Dirty
nation.
Red from the West Show.
Yeah, we come from Casual Conversations,
Okay, there you go,
right
there you
there,
go.
straight up the West Side,
Hey.
the art studio, the hearts of the art.
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
shouts
yeah,
out,
yeah.
Blue Soul Productions.
We got P in the building too. He took over Red
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
Mr.
Hey,
Mr. iPad.
Yeah. Shout out to P in the building.
Shout out to P,
Nuts.
man. P in the
Nuts.
building.
That's
Word
fam
is
right
bond.
there, man.
Mr. iPad and shit today and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit wild.
He got them hands. He got them hands.
Straight up. But hey man, we ain't even gonna wait. We gonna introduce this guest right here.
Okay.
I first seen this man over at the Successes event with Art, where he got up there and he spoke a little bit about his journey, how he got to where he was at. Really educated us on some game as far as how to get your finances right, you know, and how to have the right mindset when attacking this like monster called life and this finances game that you have to really almost like become an expert at to be able to conquer it, because there's so many avenues and pitfalls that you can fall into. And like this man's story is crazy. I'm like, it was just like, it was inspiring. Well, I seen him on the Just Be show. I seen him actually go into more detail about things over there, and it was a no-brainer to bring him up here. And I just want him to be able to give this information to the hip hop community on how we can get some of this money and not be a starving artist. You know, be able to make it translate, and you don't have to be working out of a trap house or living out of a trap house to still go after your dream. You know, with that being said, I ain't even gonna wait no more. I'm gonna introduce this man right here. You know, he's Fifth Element family now. Let's give it up for the one and only Will Roundtree. What up, dog?
Peace.
Thank y'all for the invite. Interesting story. So in 2007, I actually had a podcast called Vegas Raw, where it was an underground hip hop show. So
Okay.
yeah, just kind of bring back some memories.
Oh, that's dope right
Word.
there. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So look, we
So
look,
you up on your hip hop is what you're saying?
I'm a little rusty.
Okay.
you in the right place. You in the right place to get your catch up on though.
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
know,
say.
to get caught up.
Nah, we good though.
So Will, right now what we do is we go into what we call the Racism Report, where we go into some topics that may be going on around the city, some things that's going on in the country as far as hip hop, and some more mainstream, maybe some chatty patty, and we're gonna have some organic conversation about
All right,
it.
let's go,
You
man.
with it?
Let's go.
Ramo.
Let's get it, man. First of all, it's our 4-year anniversary this week.
Yes, sir.
Which is hella dope. You know what I mean? Just to be
4
able to,
years,
keep
no
that
days off,
consistency,
man.
right? Right.
Yes, sir.
Come on now.
You know
Going
what I
to
mean?
dope show.
Pull
Cheers.
up, you know what I'm saying? Cheers to 4 years.
Pull up.
Cheers to 4 years.
Wow.
Hey, shout out to
Stream
YSK.
that YSK, baby.
But since we're here, you know what we do every week? We come with a video of the week.
Yes, sir.
And this is a new one from a cat named Ghazi Rob. And the name of the joint is called Evil. It's love spelled backwards. And it's shot by 100 Frames. You know, 100 Frames comes up here with Landlord and always
Right.
Yeah, so let's get it.
Oh wow.
I like
That's
it already.
I was finna say that's fly.
Dope name.
Hey, yo, Pluto, you going brazen?
Oh, that's hard.
I had to change me. I had to cut some bitches off so I can gain sleep. Keep telling God my love can't get involved either. My brain deep. Feel like the ones I love been running off, they acting strangely. But I can't blame them, I can't care for people. I was on my dick and now my lowest, I ain't hear from people. Feel like I ain't giving enough time, but I be near for people. Only thing I care about is my family, I can never leave them. They just took my brother away from me, that's why I keep Drake with me. They take one mama, hit they block and spin, I'm do shit faithfully. I don't expect no nigga to pay for me, that's why I keep pay with me. I walk one DMO city, I ain't worry about shit, there nigga come take from me. Jump to the top and grab my spot just like I caught a rebound. My ones up top been looking down.
She said, I'm going to In and Out and shit, too. That's wild.
I know they proud of me now. They all
Fries is busting though.
I keep it smile, but can't
You're right.
So they got time for me now. Moved on to bigger, better things, and now they tryna reach out. But I say fuck them niggas, it's only us, no downs, it's only us. Low in my breath for him, right time you see his head down and roll these up. These niggas been tryna bring me down and come around, try to hold me up. Oh shit, when I'm down, I pull me up a line and slow me up. I'm nauseous, feel like I'm starting to lose my mind, I'm on these drugs. Me and my feelings, sometimes I cry cause I need love. V-O-L. I just wanna find some love, but every time I try, I feel no.
I like what he did with that EVOL. I see what he did right there. That was
Right.
hard.
That's real hard.
It's a dope shot of the city too, right there.
Man.
My people tell me that I'm gifted, why it's tatted on me. Feel like everybody out to get me, why they ratchet on me. How everybody say they with me, I'm still sad and lonely. I should have been for myself first from the start. They ask me why I keep the lights on, cause it hurt when it's dark. Been feeling dead inside, I think I need it hurt from my heart. To deal with all my problems, sit back and pop apart, go to Mars.
Pop a perk and go to Mars.
Man.
Perk 30.
Why'd
30.
you repeat that?
Man, I'm like shit. Man, you know, I love that everybody's able to express themselves, man. I just
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I hope people get into a better space though. It just feels so somber and sad and just like you know.
Right.
I hope we get into a better space because that just felt like damn, man.
People go through things.
Right.
Say, people go
I
through
know.
things,
The
though.
music might be his way of getting it out.
I know, and that's what I'm saying.
that's
That's what
what's up.
I hope we get into a better place because you know we want to see some smiling, man. We got a lot of that type of music out right now. Seems to be the energy of the whole industry right now. That's the wave. Is to be able to just pour nothing but pain out, and I'm
That's
like,
the younger artists though.
it is. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you know, for them to be so young, man, they
I think that
experiencing a
speaks
lot
to
of pain.
I think that speaks
you
to
know?
a lot of what's going on into society, man. Because
There we go,
that's
Dad. Thank
really
you.
how
Bingo.
they feel.
Right.
Bingo.
Regardless to if we agree with it or if we
Right.
like the music or not, the thing that they express themselves
Right.
is the most important part. You know what I'm saying? Then, like you said,
Right.
now how can we get up?
Get you to a
Facts.
better place.
You know what I mean?
what
Yeah,
I
how
mean?
can we get up?
There
from
you go.
that?
And like
How
start
can we
dealing with that
elevate?
mental health.
There you
because,
go. Say
Right.
the best. Say the
Like
best.
right now,
I think some of it too. We assume that the youth are okay.
Right,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? We just
Nah, you
assume
good.
they good. Yeah,
You straight.
So
Right.
because I use my barometer is my son. He's 15. So
Right.
that's his caliber of music.
Right.
So whenever I'm hearing and I'm hearing like, oh man, you on this?
Right.
All right, what's going
Let's
on?
talk.
So,
Right.
so a
Right.
lot of it is them
Right.
trying to express themselves, but they don't know how to articulate that. And
Yes.
the thing I often tell people is that nobody taught us how to articulate.
Right.
Yes.
Just assume somebody know how to express themselves.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Bar. Shout out to Ghazi Rob. He's in the comments too on YouTube. So
Big
yeah,
shout
appreciate
out.
it, man.
Shout out,
dope
man.
video.
Yeah,
100
man,
Friends
dope
did that,
video.
man.
Video was dope.
Yes, sir.
Dope
Keep
video,
going,
bro.
man. Keep
Keep
grinding,
expressing,
man.
bro. Keep creating art,
Yeah,
bro.
for
Keep
sure.
doing
Right
you.
up.
Right.
Make your own lane. Don't worry about nobody else.
All right, and then I don't know if you guys seen this. Y'all know how we support Landlord, how we one of the
Absolutely.
dopest artists in the
Right,
city.
yeah.
Go to 1B on there, Quan.
He been out traveling,
the
right?
Vegas
Right. So
walking,
this is what
living
his-
legend.
What one of his shows looked like. Wherever he was at in America.
I think that might have been like Indianapolis or something.
It was somewhere in the Midwest or
Yeah,
the
it was
South.
the Midwest somewhere for sure.
Yeah.
That's how we need to turn up for him out here.
For our own.
Absolutely.
Right.
Hey,
That's how we need to turn up out here for him.
But you know what's crazy about that is like we actually got to see that type of performance from him when Dizzy brought him out here to the Area 15 and like he had a slew of artists out there, and by far Landlord was one of the top artists to be on that stage.
Yeah.
Nah, he deserved to be there, right with the company, or right with the big company. You know,
and I
what I'm
agree
saying?
with Ray though. The city need to come out and support him just like that.
Yeah, hell yeah. We always
Facts.
asking who's the next to make it and why this person ain't did it and why. Because you motherfuckers ain't backed them.
Right. We keep asking for it.
Right.
Step
I'm like, everybody got something to say, but when it's time to show up and be at the shows, I don't see nobody there.
Come on, speak that. Right.
Nobody there. And I'll be like, bro.
Typing happy birthday to Tyrese on the Instagram.
Right. Speak
You know what I mean? You on 2 Chainz Instagram talking about, so what up, big bro? I see you did it.
Right.
Like, next to you trying to make it. You know.
I think some of that is we take people for granted because they're in arm's
Absolutely.
reach.
Yeah,
And-
absolutely.
Yes.
And it reminds me of my journey when I started going out and doing workshops. My very first event was in 2015. 3 people was there.
Yeah.
And I did it for like 3-4 months and nobody was showing up, and I had to go to other cities
That's
Right.
crazy.
to
And-
build my
right.
brand to come back. And now people like, yo, Will, when you gonna do something? Like, y'all motherfuckers don't show up.
Right.
Say that.
You know
Say
what I'm saying?
that.
So
Yep.
yeah, no, you gotta go where you loved. And I think especially when I meet young artists or even just young entrepreneurs, we wanna have our hometown on our back so tough. No, you gotta go where you love that. And unfortunately it might be across the country.
702 had to do that, and
That's
their
real tough.
area code is 702.
Straight up. Straight up.
It's real spill.
All right, 1C, Quan, 1C. Talking about going out and showing up. Tay Bands.
Hey,
Gonna be a contestant in this thing on September 6th. It says so. This is straight from his IG. Saturday, September 6th. Say the date. I'll be competing in the Matty Ice Show, the Rap Arena official, and he tagged Rick Ross song competition going hit for hit. And I want all my supporters from all over in the building showing up and showing out. So that's another one.
Hey,
The radio killer.
Right?
come on now.
I'm like, but how many shows have Tay Band's done? And it was Cats was Ghost.
I'm so excited for tomorrow.
Everybody say they support.
Everybody was like, yo, I support him. Like, yo, support don't mean like
Support,
you gotta
yeah.
throw him some bread.
Come on
just
now.
show up for
Show
5
up.
minutes. I'm like, show up for 5 minutes. You ain't gotta throw him no bread and
Yeah,
shit.
no, I think the
Buy the
reality of
ticket.
it is just really support how you can though. If you can't make the show, then continue to show your support the way that you can.
Yeah,
Right.
You know what
I
I'm
dig
saying?
it. I dig it.
Straight up.
But if you can though, don't just like.
Yeah, but like you know,
if you can, don't just
But you
like.
know, a lot of excuses be made when it come to like
Yeah,
showing
nah,
up.
I-
Because
Most deaf.
cats can really be like, okay, let's do a date night and shit. I got
Come
my
on,
girl.
man.
Let's go check out my man Tay Bands over here.
Right.
You ain't gotta. And like a fun time with your girl could be supporting at the same time too. You don't have to like.
Now
speak
he's
on it.
educating.
You know, I'm like
Facts.
you can do 2 things at one time.
Yeah.
Knock out 2 songs, and man, I'm like your girl will be happy because you took her out and you got to support the homie
And it's good
and show some
music.
love.
It's
Yeah.
good music.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely good music, bro.
Yeah.
All right, the next one on there. I think it's 1D. Raya B. We had her on the show a couple weeks
Okay.
ago.
Hey,
she just dropped her new
yes,
EP
she released
called
her. Yes,
Unapologetically.
check it out, y'all. Check it
It's
out.
Like
Shout out Raya B.
five tracks on there. So
yeah.
we talking about that support, man. Just go listen, share. You
Check
know
it
what I'm
out.
saying?
That's
And I gotta
it.
give a shout out to Raya too, man, because I invited her out to the Foreign Exchange Lounge, man.
Yeah.
And she came out and she hit the stage.
Nice.
did Jill Scott.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Had the crowd stand up for her and applaud. So
Nice.
you know what I'm saying? The shit like that, man. We gotta
That's
support
real.
each
That's
other. And
That's
mention
how
each
it
other,
is, bro.
And mention each other in good company.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Important.
Yeah.
That's important.
It's funny
Super
y'all said
important.
that.
What you got, Ramo?
Number 2
no.
on there. Lead up.
What we
Funny
doing,
y'all
man?
said that.
What we doing?
Where we
Ray,
going?
Ray
y'all
got
wasn't-
these segues
Y'all
down.
wasn't expecting me to go here. Our guys over at Fuck Your Algorithm.
Oh wow.
Dropped one of their shows, and this is one of the topics: the most consistent trash rappers in Vegas.
That's crazy.
Sheesh. And it was all their opinion, so you can't get mad at people's opinion.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
Absolutely
You know
not.
what I mean? But this is who they said. Said Bobby
don't.
Guns. That came out of K-Fly's mouth.
It's crazy.
Your boy LaVon Kennedy said Sir Drew.
Not Sir Drew.
Not Sir Drew, Sir Drew.
Sir Drew.
Sir Drew
Right.
that be
Drew,
with
the other
The
one.
Vegas Night.
Yeah, the Vegas Night.
I
That's
ain't-
what's up, dude. Yeah.
Spence said Dizzy Wright. Wow, that was crazy. Dizzy, I don't know.
That's heavy.
Dizzy be dropping some dope shit.
East side.
On Dizzy.
Right,
that's
and I think Jew said something about Eddie Fuse and
D Cross.
D Cross.
Quan.
That's the Eddie Fuse button.
Crazy
Crazy.
Quan.
Eddie Fuse get that
Quan,
button right
bro.
there because he dropped a diss track on us. I wish we had it to play, but we ain't got it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Man, wow.
But
Okay.
what do y'all think, man? So, like I said, it's their opinion. So everybody got their right to their own opinion.
Everybody
you know
has
what I
their
mean?
right to
Everybody
But the
has
city
their opinion.
was kind of up in arms. Some people was up in arms, and a lot of people agreed
Yeah.
and wanted more from it. So
Yeah.
they wanted an entire list.
You know, I'm like, it's a touchy subject when it comes to
Yeah.
judging people on their art.
Facts.
Because whether you like it or not, whether you think it's trash or not, you know, they did spend their money and their time and did what they had to do to try to put it out there. And, you know, sometimes it ain't perceived well. And that's a blow, man. That's a sensitive thing, man.
Right.
It's like talking about somebody's kid and shit.
I will say I
for real,
don't know who I'm quoting right now, but who said if I don't like it, I don't like it. That don't mean that I'm hating. Was that
Right.
was that common?
That was common.
Yep, that was common.
I agree with that. I just don't think you gotta soapbox it. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, you just don't like it.
Here's my opinion. Why is it that
But if they're calling it trash, though, there's a
Yeah.
difference between I don't like this music and calling it
Calling it
trash.
trash.
Yeah, that's personal.
Like
Yeah.
here's my
Consistent trash.
opinion. I've never heard anybody say the top most trash country singers.
Right.
Top trash most
Yeah.
rock and roll singers.
Come on, to ourselves.
We're the only culture that try to find some type of clickbait in disintegrating our own people. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
I think it's kind of I don't know. I'm not with that type of stuff. Only because, like you said, like somebody put they life savings into
on,
that
man.
project. Somebody maybe they not even trying to put out music to make money. Maybe that's their form of therapy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so
Right.
we gotta always be
Music is
appreciative
therapy.
of somebody just
That-
giving us art.
that
You know
right
what I mean?
there,
And
man.
so
Facts.
that's just my opinion. But
Nah,
you know,
I see it.
everybody
I see that
entitled
all the
to
way.
their own.
No, that's solid.
That's
solid
real.
perspective. Straight
Yeah,
up.
but if the art's trash, yeah, you ain't gotta appreciate the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you ain't got a soapbox. I think that's more. It's almost like they try to embarrass. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
say
not
it,
all
go-
of them, but it seemed like, you know what I'm saying. Let's put this out there to embarrass them.
Come on, man.
Would you have that one-on-one conversation with them? You know what I'm saying? And be like, yo, I
I'm
think your
pretty
shit's
sure
trash.
To the side.
I'm pretty sure some of them would have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, like I said, man, everybody got their opinion, man. You know
No
what I'm
doubt.
saying?
Yep.
But let's support each other, man. In Vegas, man. You know, shit. When I go to another city, man, I want to talk about the good shit. I don't want to tell them nigga everybody that's horrible in my city or
That-
who I don't like in my city. You
That's
feel
like
me?
going to a job interview and saying like, "Yeah, I'm procrastinate. I'm gonna be here late. I'm a whatever." This person don't know you from nothing. So
I'm gonna
anybody
Mac on your
looking at the
wife.
city is gonna be like, damn.
Now,
like,
if
that's what you want?
somebody was smart, what they should have done is put together a battle and created something around it.
So something like that almost took place.
Right.
Eddie Fuse, you know how he pull his pockets out.
Yep.
He put $1,000 up to box LaVon Kennedy.
Oh, that should have happened.
To box?
Jay,
To
that
box?
shit
To box
Which is
LaVon
crazy.
Kennedy
for money,
right?
That should have happened.
So the thing is, LaVon didn't say Eddie's name. Jew did.
Right.
Right. So LaVon did a live, and I got a clip of it. Quan, it's that other email.
This so crazy. This
Yo,
shit so crazy.
it's crazy right now.
Let's get in the ring. What you worried about little old Levon for, nigga? Right? That's what you looking at. That's what you looking at, right? Oh, that nigga little. Well, come get this little nigga then.
Oh shit.
Come get this little nigga then.
Yeah, I don't be on the ground.
That's what you looking at.
I be
Come
tapped
see,
out. I
nigga.
didn't see this.
I'm tapped in.
Come see.
I'm tapped in.
Come see, nigga.
We just need a ring.
Niggas play that shit, my nigga. I'm not the one, bro. Don't play that shit. I don't know where the fuck you niggas was raised at. I don't know who the fuck raised you niggas. But it obviously wasn't Terry Kennedy, my nigga. Because my daddy don't go for no bitch ass shit.
It
My
is.
daddy
It
didn't
is.
raise
It
no
is.
saps. He didn't raise no punks. He didn't raise no sissies, nigga. I got the AC on and I'm sweating in this bitch.
Oh shit.
Hey, Savage. Savage got Levon over
I
there.
don't know,
Shout
man.
out to
He's not playing. I don't think he's
not
But he's
playing.
like, what fuck you call me out for?
I don't
You know
think
what I'm
he's
saying?
playing.
And then Eddie Fuse had said,
don't think he's playing.
like they want to set up a match for like December.
Glove up.
Levon was like, fuck that, let's do it today.
I say glove
Yeah.
up.
Man, that's crazy.
Man,
Squabble
look,
up. Squabble up.
Here we all
Yeah.
just get
hey,
on.
man. That's
Yeah,
that's a crazy thing right
It's gonna
there.
be squabble
We
up
gonna
to
let that
somebody
live.
TV turn on.
Yeah,
we
we
gonna
gonna
squabble
Yeah,
up.
we
We can hug
gonna
later.
just let that sit right there. You
We're just gonna move on to the diddler.
come on,
Number 4 on there.
Shit.
Okay, let's see. What's
Sean
happening
Diddy
here.
Combs is plotting a major career comeback at Madison Square Garden
Of
after
course.
prison release.
Yep.
That's what his lawyer said.
How is he getting released?
No, after prison
Talking
release.
about 5 years?
He's I don't
Whenever
know.
he get
I
out.
don't know, but
Shit, you don't know,
Whenever
man.
he get out, you don't
So
know.
you
He
saying
may
he getting
pop
out
out
sooner
tomorrow.
than 5
no,
years?
I think that Mann Act that he was got found guilty for carries up to 10 years. So you know, see what happens.
Yeah, he'll be out in a little bit.
Mr. Roundtree,
Yes,
do you
sir.
think
Yeah.
Diddy can make a comeback?
Absolutely.
Oh shit, okay,
I really believe he can make a comeback.
right.
Yeah,
Yep.
because here's the thing. We love a good underdog story. You know what I'm saying? And so Diddy, regardless of what the public perception is amongst people and online about Diddy, people still love Diddy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like we gotta just keep it 100, and it's because of what Diddy provided us as a culture. And a person is gonna have their public opinion, their private opinion of him. If Diddy came home and did a concert, that motherfucker would be sold out.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
You gonna have people showing up just to see.
They'll be in
just
line.
to see him.
Yeah.
Just
Just
to
I
see
mean,
what
just
happened.
to
That's
see
it.
Yeah.
what he looked like now
That's
and
it.
and what he
Depends on the
doing.
cost of them tickets.
Yeah.
No, they'll put that on Klarna.
Okay, right.
No, they'll be there.
Yep.
They'll be at the concert.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm like, people would show up just to see what Diddy is, if he's going to be the same Diddy
That's
now. If they'll show up just for that, and if he gives you that same Diddy energy like he did with the Bad Boy tour,
They gonna
and all
forget
that,
everything he
man,
did.
all that
He
shit
gonna
out the
talk
fucking
hella
window.
shit off.
Because you got to also
shit out
remember,
the
we're
window.
one of the most forgiving creatures on this planet.
No
Facts.
doubt.
That
You know what
no
I'm saying?
doubt.
Shoot up
So-
churches full of us, and we forgive
and
you.
we hugging him.
Right.
So he could sell out.
Yep.
He'll sell out.
Damn.
Just keep it a buck, man. That's some real talk.
Keep it a buck.
All right. Number 5 on there. We also do a one gotta go on this show. So this one, here we go. Jay-Z, Kanye, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar. One gotta go.
Man,
Who got to
You
pick?
already
Yeah,
know.
you gotta pick.
Oh shit!
Yeah, out of them
Hold up.
4 right
We
there.
gonna let
Out of
that-
them 4, right?
Damn.
It's
What we
easy.
basing this on?
Nah,
pick.
just music,
Artistry.
artistry,
Dance moves.
integrity, dance moves.
This is probably
Dance moves? Oh, he really
done.
gotta go there. He ain't got no dance moves.
Oh, if I had to go
Influence.
merely off of where we are today,
Yeah, there you go.
as a culture, musically,
Yeah.
Okay.
I would probably have to let Ye go. Only
Okay.
because he hasn't given us anything.
right.
Lately.
But Hove is still dropping. K Dot is K Dot. Drake
Right.
is still putting out.
He
And
is.
So if I was to go back and be like, all right, what's the last thing Ye really gave us?
Yeah.
A Black Klans outfit.
Yeah, so,
No.
so I'm giving it merely just off of that. I'm not going off like the entire body of music. I'm looking at what have you done for me lately.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
So process of elimination.
Slimbo.
Yeah, bottom right corner, man.
No chasers.
No chasers, no chasers.
OT, who got to go?
Look, man, I'm gonna take a drink to that because I don't want to let none of them go. To be honest with you,
We got to stand on something, man.
I stand on the fact, man. I hate having to choose because all these artists have done some great things and
But there's no
made
way you
music that
cannot
I've
look
loved.
at.
All of them have made music that I've loved.
Yeah.
Like there's not one of these artists
nobody
up
said
here.
that, though.
Yes, I'm just saying.
criteria.
If I got, I don't want none of them to go.
One gotta go.
Well, here, give him a regular red cup.
Give him a real
take a real shot of that
someone who
Lucid.
doesn't drink,
shot.
Yeah.
For that.
He's the
You
first
know what I'm
person to
saying?
say,
This
I'll
the
take a
bullshit
drink.
right here.
Take a real
This
shot.
the bullshit right here.
You can't run
No, this
You
is
didn't.
not.
You run away last
This is
week.
not
You
bull.
can't have OT. He got to pick. He got to drop one.
Look,
This is
man,
not
I'm
bull.
like, I'm sorry. I'm
You
like,
can't
man.
just take one. Like we're not even taking it serious. This ain't nothing serious. This ain't life or death. It's
Shoot it.
one
Did he
question.
really take a big one?
Let's go.
I like what I like.
It's our 4-year anniversary.
Happy 4-year anniversary.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Red, who you got?
You know that brother there, Drake. He got to go.
I'm like straight up. I like what I like, man.
Sebby said, where you at?
Bottom right corner, man. You already know how I go.
Damn. I'm Kanye. You gotta get the fuck up out of here. You already know how I feel. Quan, who you got?
It's unanimous.
Right.
It's unanimous.
I'm just
You know what I'm
saying, man. I'm
Hey,
like,
Nut, who you
And with
got?
that being said,
There we
Okay,
go. There we
okay,
go.
okay, okay.
Even that thing up a little bit.
so it's
Hey, man.
between.
P
It's between.
P from the D said
Hold on, we got a
Kanye.
tiebreaker. Eddie, my video guy.
Eddie,
Eddie,
who-
who you
Here
There
we
got?
go.
go.
Tiebreaker. Tiebreaker.
Drake.
you got Drizzy.
Got it.
Tied down.
Gotta go.
All right, and then we're gonna run through these other ones real fast so we can talk to Mr. Roundtree up here.
Yes, sir.
Next one, number 6. It's also the 37-year anniversary of Yo MTV Raps.
Okay.
They debuted on MTV on August 6, 1988, and which is dope because our show
88.
debuted on August 6,
2021.
Right.
88
right.
is 88 is that year.
88 is that year.
That's
Was
that year.
Daddy Kane. Who else dropped?
Shit, I
Shit,
don't
you
even
had
know.
I
Kane.
think
You had
Rakim came out that year.
Rakim.
Rakim, sure. Rakim.
Let me
So
see.
much good music.
I
Public
think.
Enemy dropped something that year, didn't they?
Yep. They dropped the Black Hour,
Probably
Black
EPMD.
Hour Chaos
Right.
or whatever.
We definitely know 88 was that year though.
Yeah, 88 was a crazy year, man.
Yeah.
My Philosophy dropped. BDP.
Bad Boys.
LL dropped Bigger and Deffer in late 87. So it
Right.
ran all the way through 88.
But that is
Ooh,
the show.
okay, hold up. I got you.
Okay, okay.
Straight out of Compton.
Straight out of
88.
Ooh,
Yep.
Long live the Kane.
Yep.
Jungle Brothers.
Yep.
Straight out the jungle.
Yep.
Slick Rick.
Story.
The Adventures of Slick Rick.
yeah.
Easy does it.
Yep.
He's the
Easy.
DJ. I'm the rapper. Life is too short. Light as a rock. By all means necessary. Follow the leader. Strictly business. Tougher than leather. In control. Marley Marl. Power. Ice-T. Boogie Down
Oh, yeah.
Productions.
A lot of heat.
Come
A
on,
lot
act
of
the
heat.
fool. King T.
It was too many.
And
lot of
Super
heat.
Lover. What y'all know about Super Lover C, man? Casanova Rubman. Girls, I got them locked. I pump it up.
That's a clip.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. All them joints. Man.
So
88
that's
was
just
that
dope.
year.
You know what I'm saying? That,
Yeah.
that we started this show on that day.
Yeah.
And
On August
if
6th.
Yo MTV Raps never started, this show probably would have never started.
And
in
that's
real life.
real talk.
You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
and
You know what I mean?
we got a lot of influence from those shows coming up, and that was not a planned thing.
Nah,
Us starting it on
definitely
August
wasn't.
6th.
Wow.
Honestly, it was the first date Quan had available,
Right.
and it's one of my favorite cousins' birthday.
Yeah, and to
You know,
add on to
and
that,
that's
crazy.
and to add on to that, we had the
We
mayor.
had-
We had the mayor on from Rap City,
Yeah.
so
Rap
that was
City,
the only
we had Chris
rival to
Thomas
Yo
on.
MTV Rap.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
So yeah,
man.
we look, man.
Shout out to the mayor.
Straight up, man. I'm like, yo, so
Making Vegas history.
we in divine timing when it came with that. I'm like, we couldn't have planned that.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Straight up.
All right,
get it.
number 7 on there, Quan. The Soul Train Awards and BET Hip Hop Awards have been suspended indefinitely.
Damn.
Yeah, that's kind of
Damn.
raw. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely. I went to the Hip Hop Awards last year at Dre's,
Absolutely.
which
Yep.
was
Yeah,
pretty dope.
That's crazy.
A lot of people was really upset about that though.
I
That
can
is
understand.
insane.
You know what I mean? But it
That are-
wasn't what
yeah.
they were used to. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
for sure.
it was still the BET Hip Hop Awards.
And who did you slide in there with?
Boss Man D-Lo.
Boss Man
D-Lo. I just I said I rock Dolo from state to state.
Hopped in the
Slid
elevator
up
with
in there,
Boss
hopped
Man
in the elevator,
D-Lo.
jumped in their
You
entourage.
hopped in the elevator
They tried to
with
snitch
Boss
on
Man
me
D-Lo.
at the bottom, but
That's so wild.
I got somewhere on some Vegas shit.
You know what's crazy?
That's
I was
fly.
looking at the Breakfast Club, and they had their take on it. And Charlamagne made a interesting point. He said he was like, these award shows are being suspended and indefinitely because the major artists don't show up to these shows.
Exactly.
And like there's no money behind it.
Right.
It's like, yo,
That's really what it boils down to.
And I agree with him because it was like, yo, if the major artists don't show up, you ain't trying to see it.
Right.
And what's bad
Right.
about it is he made the counterpoint to say that the major artists will show up for the Grammys and these other shows that aren't, specifically geared toward our music. They'll show up for those, but they won't show up for the BET and the Soul Train Awards, and then get upset when the BET and Soul Train Awards is taken away from us. It's like, well, if you that guy right now, and you the man, say like if it's Kendrick right now, he's the top of the food chain. He should definitely be at the BET Awards,
Right.
Like because
Right,
that is what
BET
that's supposed
Hip Hop
Awards,
Awards. Right.
BET Hip Hop Awards, because that is literally us.
Yeah.
It's literally the name of it is us.
I think,
and
this might be a crazy take. I think sometimes, especially in our culture with our artists, we don't realize our power. You see what I'm saying? Even though somebody can know, okay, I'm an A-list or a B+ list artist, we still don't understand the power or our draw that we bring.
Right.
So when those A and B+ artists come out, they know that we come in droves, but they're like, oh, okay, I don't have to be there. Not knowing, no, we need you there.
Right.
And so I think subconsciously they really don't understand their power or the power that we have.
I think too, though, sometimes it might be like, look at what else we're promoting. Look at the majority of what's being promoted. Like, do I want to be a part of this?
Associated with that.
You know what I'm saying?
But what are the other platforms promoting that's so different?
Right.
That's giving us something that's so beneficial to us.
And we talk about
that's
them not showing
But
up, they pop up at the VMAs.
Exactly.
Like
And that's
that.
what I'm saying.
Some of them don't pop up to none of them, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
so now we talking about just different artists and specific artists.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is like, if it ain't nothing just for
Jay
us
didn't show up to the Grammys.
for us to have our own. I'm like, yo,
I
if
wouldn't
it
expect-
ain't nothing for us, just for us to just have our own. If you don't show up for nothing just but for that, I can respect that because it's ours. Like, yo,
no, I see that.
Yeah, if you gonna show up to anything, I'll be like, I get not showing up to nothing. But if you gonna show up to anything, I'll be like, nigga, I'm showing up to that. I ain't showing up to that
No, I
bullshit.
can see that.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
That's what I mean. So
Real rap.
yeah. So with that being said, man, we gonna
Let's get
segue.
into it.
We
Let's
gonna
go.
get
Let's
into
go.
this
Let's
interview
get it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
I know y'all waiting to hear from this man right here, Will Roundtree. Thank you for coming up to the
Man,
Fifth
my
Element
pleasure,
Hip Hop.
man. Thank
man.
y'all.
And I just want you to tell the people your story so they can have a little bit of background on you, so they can see where we going with this
Yeah,
conversation.
no, absolutely. So Will Roundtree, originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, been in Las Vegas. It'll be 20 years, October 5th, 2025.
Oh, you been out here a nice little minute then.
Yeah. So, I'm used to the heat. And so I literally moved out here with $500 to my name, man. I didn't know anybody, had no family. But when I moved out here, I quickly found out that trying to be an entrepreneur is extremely difficult.
Absolutely.
Especially when you don't have any direction. And I see that a lot, especially now with upcoming entrepreneurs. And so, but prior to moving out here, I had a mentor who taught me, he said, Will, eventually credit will become the new dollar. I didn't know what he meant by that in 2003, but in 2005, I understood what he meant because I couldn't get an apartment without putting 2 to 3 times the deposit down. I couldn't buy
say
a
that
car
shit.
without
Say
putting
that.
30% down. And so life was very expensive knowing I had bad credit.
Yep.
And so as I started to go on this journey and started reading, because they say if you want to hide something from us, you put it in a book. So I went to where I knew nobody else was looking to get data that I knew a lot of us didn't have. And I started to learn about credit, about money, and about economics. And so from there, I was able to start learning how to improve my own credit. It took me about 2 years. I went from a 410 to a 700 plus in 2 years.
Nice.
And I was able to go and buy a vehicle with no money down. Blew my mind. I always thought that you had to put money down on a vehicle. And over the past 10 years, and I've probably bought in over 25 cars, I've never put money down on a vehicle. And so then in 2012, 13, I bought my first house that I lived in. And coming from Milwaukee, I never even fathomed being able to own a home.
Did you put money down on the house?
I did have to put money down on the house.
Say, God damn, get that game.
But hold on. But to that point, there is actually a program in Las Vegas where you don't have to put money down on the house. It's called NACA, NACA.com, and you don't have to put any money down on the home.
Okay.
And so you just have to go to their workshops, and it's not really credit driven. You have to have a minimum, I think, like a 620 to 660. So there are programs out there like that. And so coming from Milwaukee, I never fathomed even being able to own a home, was able to purchase my house. And then I just seen how much easier having good credit leveled the economic playing field. Yeah. Because unfortunately, you know, the journey that I've been fortunate enough to travel and help so many people, you know, change their economic status. When I hear a lot of the things that's going on in different communities, I already know is because it's a lack of information. You know, the reason why, you know, we have so many people who eat, let's talk on the side of health. The reason in our communities the health epidemic is so bad is because there's a lack of data of what nutritional food is. The same thing economically. The reason that we settle for what we settle for economically is because there's a lack of data. We wasn't taught about credit. We wasn't taught about money. There's no banks in our neighborhoods. The average credit score is less than a 620. There's only payday loans and liquor stores and Dollar Tree stores in our neighborhoods. And so we haven't been taught how to play the game. And I always tell people it's not even about money, it's about economics. Right. And that's why when it comes down to voting, we lack the power because we don't control anything economically. Right. And so I've just been on this journey pretty much for the past 10 years, and I've traveled, you know, pretty much the world on my own dime, no corporate sponsors, no big names backing me, really teaching people how to change their circumstance. And I mean, I've probably helped, hundreds of people make over 6 figures. I've helped probably 24 people make over 7 figures and change their lives and start businesses and buy homes and put their kids through college. And this is just something that, you know, I've been passionate about for the past 10 years. Man.
So, Will, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we're a hip hop show, and you know we got a lot of hip hop listeners and followers, and a lot of them are out here trying to follow their dreams and trying to finance their dreams. If I was starting as an artist and I wanted to build my empire from the ground up, and I didn't know, like you said, about money and credit or whatever the case may be, what would be like some of the first steps I could take to finance that dream and break into this industry without looking like a starving artist, without having to, quote unquote, do the cliche thing like sell dope and work out of a trap house and all this other crazy shit?
No, absolutely. Man, if I tell y'all, it's actually easier than people think it is. Mm-hmm. But before I answer that, here's why I think more people don't necessarily look at that route, because of the caricature of being a rapper.
Right.
We have to fit the mold of, I'm from the streets. I got this. So it's almost like you want to personify that. Right. I know people who've made it in the industry and they come from a 2-parent good home, good drove nice cars, never
but they
want to
make it look like they got it from the mud.
But they want to make it look like they got it from the mud. And so, but my artists and independent artists, or even if you're not an artist, whether you're a music producer, you're trying to be an engineer, it still takes money to get into the industry. And so here's how simple it is. I tell people the formula is you have to have good credit. There's no way around that. Oh, gotcha. And regardless if it takes you 30 days or 12 months, get your credit improved. Because I tell people having good credit is like a winning lottery ticket. Because when you have good credit, there's no bank in North America that will not give you money. You literally can go to 10 different banks and get a line of credit for $10,000. That's $100,000. That's crazy. So improve your credit. Then I tell the artists, go and set up an entity and sign yourself to that entity. Fuck the label money. And because the money from the label, that's a high interest payday loan. Right. It's a slave deal. And so you'd be better off putting yourself in position. So we get your credit right. We're going to go and set up an entity like an LLC or a corporation, whatever one suits your tax filing status that's applicable for you. Once you have those two things in place, you literally can go to the bank and apply for a business credit card. Now, the reason you want to apply for a business credit card first is because they don't ask for proof of income. And so when you go and say, hey, I want to apply for a business credit card, they're going to ask what your income is. You can use household income and projected income. So let's say in your household, there's 3 people in there, and combined, they make $120,000. And then you're going to also use projected income, meaning you're projecting that your career or your business in the industry is going to make another 150. Wow. So you can put 300,000 on the application, and the bank does not ask for proof of income. So now you put that on there, and then let's say you get a business credit card for $25,000 at 0% interest, which means you can pull $10,000 off that business credit card to pay for merchandise, to pay for travel, to pay for whatever your startup cost is, and it'll cost you $150 a month. I'm telling you, it's a mathematical equation.
Right.
That's all it is. And when I work with people, I tell them, if you look at it from a mathematical equation, now I have to say, okay, you're saying you're good enough. Let's go and at least figure out what you have to sell to be able to cover this $150 payment. Right. You're going to sell some merchandise. You're going to go and perform whatever you got to do to perform to make money. And we're going to make sure that that money is paid through your corporation or your LLC. So now it's also a tax write-off on everything that you spend. So I'm showing people how to not only do it as a business, how to run it like a business, how to get paid like a business, but then also use the bank money to fund it.
Can you give me maybe 3 of the top 3 first things you should do once you get an LLC?
That's a vague question. Can you compress that a little bit more?
What are some of the things that when you get an LLC that you're capable of doing?
So first, let's unpack it, because when people hear LLC, they automatically assume that it's a business. Right. Okay. An LLC is just the tax. It's a structure. Okay, it's a limited liability company. So. But to answer your question, as soon as you set up your entity, the first couple of things you want to do is one, you want to go and set up a business bank account. Because one of the biggest mistakes I see people make is that, let's say they go out and they perform or they do a job, they'll have themselves pay Will Roundtree as opposed to Will Roundtree Corporation. And so now what you've done is you've put yourself in a tax liability position, because you want to be able to write a bulk of that income off of that business. So once you have your entity set up a business bank account, because you want the people to pay the company, your company, not you personally. Right. So that's one of the first things you want to do.
Let me just jump in real quick.
Absolutely.
Setting up a business bank account.
Yes.
What is that? Is that just you just go to the bank and be like, yo, I just want to set up a business bank account?
You literally can go to any business, any bank, credit union. It doesn't matter. People always say, what's the best one? Anyone that'll let you in the door. They all the same. You just got to have your articles of incorporation. You got to have your EIN certificate and a copy of your driver's license. That's it. Okay. Now, if you have other people on the entity with you, they may have to go to the bank with you and do all of that. But I tell every artist, just set your first one up with yourself, because there's too much that can go wrong. You got 10 people on there, your big cousin from Atlanta, no, just your first one, put yourself on there. So you set up a business bank account. I also tell people, set up a website, because one of the biggest things I see, whether you're in music or whether you're just an entrepreneur, you're out there marketing yourself. And even when brothers come up to me and say, hey, can you buy my CD for $5? And the first thing I say is, bro, I don't even have a CD player, but how can I find you online? They're like, oh, go to my Instagram. Your music not on there. Right. At least have a website with your music on there. So have a website built. I mean, you can get that done for $200-$300. Right. And then one of the last things, as far as once you have your LLC set up, is make sure that you are tracking your expenses. And the easiest way to do that without you having to hire a bookkeeper is make sure you're using your debit card tied to that business, or use a credit card tied to that business. Stop using your personal debit card. So those would probably be the top 3 things that I would recommend.
That's a bar right there. Speaking of 3 things, go to number 8 on there, Quan. You got 3 books out.
Yes, sir.
Credit is King, Full-Time CEO, and Survive and Thrive. How to Survive and Thrive.
Hey, hold on. I just got to say, man, you killing these segues, man.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Segues, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We've been doing it for 4 years.
He might have been doing it for 4 years.
Right. I've been doing this shit since birth.
Man.
No, yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about your books. Which one came first, and
definitely.
what's different about each book?
Yeah, so Credit is King is my first book. I actually wrote it in 2016. Or excuse me, it came out in 2016. I started writing it in 2015. And I had a friend at the time, Tavon Jackson, who owned a publishing company. And he used to say, man, why don't you write a book? And I was like, man, I have no idea what to write about. Nothing interesting was going on in my life at the time. He was like, man, just write about what you know. And I said, I know about credit. He said, let's write that book. So we put the book out. We wrote the book. I actually wrote it from, pretty much typed it by hand. It took me about 9 months. And we put it out. I had no expectations, and the book took off. I mean, to date, we've sold probably over 50,000 copies.
Nice.
No major publishing company or nothing, so I own 100% of the rights to the book. The second book, Full-Time CEO, The Shit They Don't Tell You, is a book about the unglamorized side of entrepreneurship. Because you can turn on social media any given time right now, and everybody's going to show you the polished version of what an entrepreneur looks like. Right. And I talk about the unglamorized side. I talk about how I lost money, how I've been homeless, how I almost had to file bankruptcy twice. Like, I talk about my entire journey, how I started with $500. I talk about the things, the intangible things that people don't share about entrepreneurship. You're going to lose money, sleep, friends, relationships. You might lose a marriage. Like, you're going to lose things on your journey. And so that's actually, I would say, probably my favorite book, just because it details my story. And then How to Survive and Thrive is a book that I co-authored with the founder of Reebok and 14 other business owners and entrepreneurs. I think Evander Holyfield has a chapter in there as well. And we gave, most of the proceeds to that book to charities across the world. So,
Nice.
It's something that I'm extremely proud of, because I made it in there with other entrepreneurs who, made hundreds of millions of dollars. And here I am, a black man from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, who was told by 21 I'd be dead or in jail. And I'm in there with the founder of the shoe company, Reebok.
That's crazy.
So those are the 3 books that I have out right now.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
I'm like, man, he make you feel like, damn, man, I thought I was on my grind. I gotta get on my shit.
How was growing up in Milwaukee, being a young kid, and how was the hip hop scene back in the early 80s and things like that?
Yeah. I always say, man, like Milwaukee, and it's interesting, I was out last night and somebody was like, man, where is Milwaukee? And we always say Milwaukee is the cousin to Chicago.
Right.
And so, typical Midwest, and, growing up, we seen the same thing, the D-boys, drug dealers, pimps, and all of that stuff. And so growing up, that's what we emulated. And, and I always say, I was fortunate that my parents got me out of Milwaukee after my freshman year. And so I actually, during my high school years, lived in Mississippi. So imagine going from the Midwest in Milwaukee and moving to, the deep South, where I lived on 120 acres on farmland. Oh, wow. And so I graduated high school in Mississippi, then moved back to Milwaukee. But Milwaukee's your typical blue-collar Midwestern city, which, everything that you could think of Chicago is just, akin to that. And so, and I always tell people, like, the hip-hop scene in Milwaukee, we took a little bit of everything from everybody. We had the East Coast, we had the West Coast, the South heavily influenced Milwaukee. So I know I grew up personally. I was a huge, early in my, years, I was a huge NWA fan.
Absolutely.
And then once I got to like high school, because I was in the South, I was huge into like No Limit and 8 Ball and MJG, because I was living in Mississippi.
Right.
And I can remember when I graduated high school in '97, I took back all my No Limit tapes. And they was like, what the hell is this? Because they had never heard of it at the time until P started popping. And then going into my early 20s, I was a huge Wu-Tang fan, Nas.
So you well-rounded.
So I've kind of ran the gamut of just, my versatility of who I listened to growing up in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, so my brothers from the Dungeon. The Dungeon family out here, that's where I went. That's where the Gods is. You know what I'm saying? I lost 5%. That's where like the That's where they come from. They had some brothers from Milwaukee that they dealt with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was out here like way back in the day.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So shout out to Milwaukee. That's why I was like, all right, that's peace.
No, 100%. Yeah, a couple of my brothers back out there, Knowledge, Justice, definitely, we was in them lessons early.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, absolutely.
All right, go to 8A on there, Quan. Which is better to have in these couple picks right here? Cash, gold, credit, or Bitcoin in this time right now?
Wait, we going in today's terms.
Can I take
right?
a drink to this?
Yeah.
Hey, look, there it is.
Let me see. I'll take a drink, but I'm going to pick one. Okay, let me see.
Cash, gold, credit, or Bitcoin?
All right. Let me get a pour real quick. All right. So I'll give a breakdown of each one.
There we go.
Okay.
So, we can break this down. So now, cash, I always tell people,
Rules
you're going to
everything around.
always run out of money. Period. Like and I don't want to put, fuck it, we here. So I was listening to a podcast and I heard them talking about Will Smith is trying to offload some of his assets right now.
Right.
And they were saying because he hasn't been making the same amount of money from, after the whole slap incident.
Right.
And it got me to thinking that a lot of people think that just because you make a lot of money, you'll be good. And that's not true. Because once you start making money, you have to keep making money because we only use money to buy stuff.
Right.
And so if I had to eliminate one, it would probably be money, cash, because credit is infinite. Gold is always growing in Bitcoin. That's the future.
Right. So like you said, you chose that because cash is mostly used to buy
Stuff. Yeah.
Right.
And
that's what it's best used for.
That's really the only use for cash, to buy stuff.
Like a barter, but cash.
Stuff. Cars.
Clothes. There you go.
Like the cash has no real value. And I tell people all the time, I have clients who have literally went to go and try to buy a house.
With
and
cash.
Not even with cash, but they'll have cash in the bank.
Right.
But they don't have enough cash to buy the house they want. So they still have to finance a portion of it.
Absolutely.
But they credit fucked up. And the bank will say, we don't care how much cash you have.
Yep.
And so once we understand that cash doesn't mean anything, especially to the oligarchs, the ultra wealthy, they don't give a fuck about cash.
Right.
They want to know, what is your buying power? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference between
That's a word right there.
Hey,
I'm like, hold up.
yeah.
Buying power is a word.
Cash versus buying power.
Yeah, they want to know what's your
That's
buying
not
power.
a normal word used
It's
especially in our culture.
no, not at all. Because we've been taught that cash rules everything around me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so I tell all my young brothers and sisters, like, look, you can have 100,000 cash, and I can have a line of credit for 100,000. Once you spend that 100,000, you're at zero. Once I liquidate the 100,000 on credit, I can go to the bank and go get another 100,000. You have to work your entire life to get another 100,000 in cash. So you can't even compete with somebody like me or somebody who understands that game. Secondly, when we look at the economic game, for every dollar that somebody works for, it costs them 30% because you got to pay taxes. But every dollar that I can go and borrow from the bank, I have a true dollar for dollar value because you don't pay taxes on debt.
Right.
This is why wealthy people don't work for money. We go borrow money. And we have to start to learn that strategy. And that's why people can't compete against people who understand the economics game. So I don't care if somebody make $250,000 a year. This is why the most dangerous place to be financially from a pay scale is somebody who makes $75,000 to $200,000. Because when they start making money at that clip, they got to show everybody they make that money. The car, they upgrade the car, they upgrade the house, the trips, and all of that. But versus somebody who has $250 in assets, now I can go borrow against that tax free. You can't compete. You're going to run out of that money. Oh, matter of fact, your paycheck is eventually going to going to shrink, and so now you can't even maximize your investment opportunities. Meanwhile, I can go out there and continue to borrow money and keep investing. And at the beginning of our journeys, it'll look the same, but 3 to 5 years from now, I got a $2 million in assets, and all you have is a 25-year-old foreign in the house with,
You're right.
you know,
And you ain't even speak on the fact that your physical body is depreciating every day. So you can't go out and make the money physically like you normally do. I'm like, versus a person at 25 versus a person at 50. I'm like, you physically can't work 18 hours in a day like you could at 25. You know,
and
so
you know how I break that down for people? And I'll ask you all this question. You can answer it in unison. How many hours in a day do we have to make money?
To
24
make
hours.
money,
to
got
make
24.
24.
To make it.
you got
48
about
hours.
But
no,
even,
you got
even,
like
if
only-
even if it's a full 24 hours.
Right, but I mean, shit, you got to sleep at least 5.
Okay.
5,
So
6.
say just you pushing an 8-hour work day, you know what I mean, and some overtime on that.
What
bitch,
would you say?
And a second job.
you got 16 hours.
Okay.
That's flat out. I'm
Now,
like, that's real.
somebody asked me that question.
You want to be healthy.
Somebody asked me that question.
How many hours
in a
you got
day?
to
I have unlimited. Here's why. Because money works for me.
Right.
Well,
when you go
Roundtree
to
don't
sleep,
work.
Right. Money, you making money in your sleep.
Hey, hold
You know
up.
what I mean?
He just flexed on us like on some third
yeah,
person
yeah.
pimp talk. Will Roundtree don't work.
I personally think he's saying that there's no separation in abundance. Like he is that with that strategy. That's how I took it. I didn't take it
He's
as
him
like,
with the right strategy.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to become your thoughts. You can't just
No, that's true.
you can't just be like
That is
yeah,
100%
boom, boom,
fact.
boom, or just boom, boom, boom. I'm 19, figuring this out. OT, you said it best with the question on how, like, you know, as a young artist, you're growing. What are the steps that you need? And I agree 1,000% with what you're saying because that's crazy. That's so crazy. I'm studying that right now, and I didn't even know how big it was. Like I knew about it, but I didn't know how big it was, especially for me doing what I want to do. You feel me? So I definitely agree. That's why I said I took from that. I took from that as, you know, I am the abundance. I am the abundance. So let me move it with it. Not just like, I just got $1,000. So
No, that's 100%
You
true
feel me?
because when you think about the law
Facts.
of like the law of magnitude or the laws of success or
Yeah.
the law of manifestation.
Yes, law of attraction. Yes.
The one law that we always forget is the law of energy.
Yes.
Money
Absolutely.
is energy.
Absolutely.
That's why they call it
Yes.
currency.
Abundance is yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so
Yes.
that's why we have to think in that capacity. And that's the
Thank
thing
you.
that when I'm working with people, I have what I call my 4-step Roundtree methodology of wealth building. Mindset is number 1.
Yes.
If you don't change the way you think, because I have to get you to unlearn everything that your pastor taught you,
Yes.
your parents, your teacher, your bae, we have to unlearn all of that. Then we talk about credit, understanding credit,
Then
the
we
power
talk
of it.
about
I have
credit.
to uneducate you to stop thinking about credit as a consumer.
Yes.
And now look at it as a power source. Or
It's
as
all
a
about
tool.
perspective, man.
Then we talk about money and the cost of money. Because most people don't understand the cost of money, which is why we borrow money at an expensive clip. And then number 4 is asset building, because we don't understand what an asset is. And so once you understand those 4 elements, then that's really when your life starts to change economically, man.
Hey, you
Word is bond. Word is bond.
You
Thank
just
you for that.
you
Thank
just
you
hit
for
us
that.
with another term that we don't use often in our community: the cost of money. The cost of money. People don't be understanding. I'm like, yo, these words right here being put together is not normal
Words
shit
are
that I've ever
spells.
heard put together. So I'm like, you even saying that right now is making my mind think like, damn, what the fuck
Say it
is
again.
the
Say
cost of
words cast what?
Words are spells.
Words
man.
cast spells.
money? Yeah, I'm like, man, the cost of
Spelling.
fucking money. I'm like, we gonna talk off the air about that.
Right.
Because I'm like, what the hell? I know we getting close to our time right now, you know. So, Will, you got to be able to tell the people where they can reach you at.
Definitely. So y'all can follow me across all social media platforms at Mr. That's Mr. Will Roundtree on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, X, LinkedIn. I have a couple live events coming up. I'm actually working on putting something together out here in Las Vegas. I'm gonna do a free real estate investing workshop.
Dope.
Let's go.
So I just I'm looking for a location. So I was gonna open it up to the public, and I want people to bring their kids who are in high school, because I think we have to start teaching them at that level.
Yes, I agree.
Right. All of
1000%.
my books are written at a 8th grade level, so it's nothing in there that's like over their head that they won't be able to understand and articulate. And then have an infield training event I'm working on back in Milwaukee, where we're going to rent charter buses, and I'm going to take people around to show them how to evaluate real estate and how to understand what makes a good deal. I show people how to buy real estate using the bank's money. So I teach people how to buy real estate without ever using any of their own money. And so these are the concepts that I'll be teaching. And of course, I go live on social media all the time. So, definitely tap in and reach out, and I respond back.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man.
That's peace, bro.
Will, man. Hey, I just want to thank you for coming up here and
appreciate
dropping
it.
this game. You dropped so much game on us today, man. I'm like, man,
for real.
If anybody looking in this thing right now and they're an artist, they definitely came out with something that they can use and implement immediately.
Shit, not even an artist. Anybody.
Anybody,
You
yeah.
gotta be no artist.
Anybody.
I think today's Supreme
Universal
Mathematics.
knowledge.
Supreme Mathematics was perfect for you being up here, because you came up here and built the show, teaching us how to add on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And destroy some of the myths that we've thought about money, the cost of money, not knowing the power of buying.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Having buying power and all that. So we appreciate you coming up here, man. For
Well,
sure.
here's something I would recommend. If y'all put together a group of people in the industry, I'll come do a free workshop for y'all.
Not a problem.
Y'all just put it together.
We'll
If
put it
fits
together.
with my schedule, I'll come out. Because I'm about giving back. I tell people all the time, I've been blessed in ways that I never even imagined. So now I'm just in this place of reciprocity of giving back to my people, man, because nobody is saving us economically right now.
Definitely. I'm gonna start working on that ASAP. Yeah.
We always looking for sponsors.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo,
Throw that in there real quick. Shit.
Rainbow, tell the people where they can reach you at, man.
At RaySun724 on Twitter, IG, the Ray Sun Report on YouTube, 420 in Vegas, everywhere you listen to podcasts, and of course here at the Fifth Element Hip Hop. And real quick, I just want to throw this in there. We usually do a bar test. We have an artist up that comes in and freestyles or spits whatever he spits, but we usually do that at the end of our show.
Yep.
Quan, before we get out of here, I want you to, after everybody gives their thing, you can take us out with 7A. It's Lil J.O. It's a kind of a older video, but it's one of our younger artists in Vegas.
I thought you wanted me to do the bar test. I was ready.
If you want to,
we got time.
Go ahead. I got time.
Look, now we ain't got time and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah.
Yo,
you can reach me at DJ Slim. That's DJ SLIMM. You can also reach me at Black Transit. That's Black__Transit. Also, Good Music 101. Spell it with a Z and a K. Fifth Element Hip Hop. Also, Casual Conversations LV. You know what I'm saying? Peace.
Yo, Sebi Sel.
Yo, you can reach me at SmoothK07 or Only Smooth Files on Instagram. And check me out all platforms on my music, man. Smooth K, the Safe Mixtape, EP. We got the Inner Child I just released, YouTube and SoundCloud only. That's only for exclusive. That's only if you really want to listen. And then Skull, August 17th, all platforms, baby. Let's go.
Yo, Red, tell them where they can reach you at.
Hey, Casual Conversations, Blue Souls, Productions, Arts of the Heart. Pretty much everyone up in here, for the most part, with Casual Conversations. So lock in with that, with the Fifth Black Transit. It's all love.
Yo, that's what's up. Yo, you can reach me at OT from the D on IG, The Fifth Element Hip Hop on IG as well. FifthElementHipHop.com. Yeah. Look, I ain't even hit him. No www. No. You know www. You know what I mean? FifthElementHipHop.com. You know what I mean? And you can tune into us every Friday at 6 p.m. right here on YouTube. 88 to the 5th, Monday mornings.
Yep, Monday mornings.
Make sure you send your EPK and your DJ pack. Yeah. That way we can get your music played on the radio on 88.1. You know, right. We breaking a new artist, local artist every Monday morning. So if y'all haven't tapped in yet, submit as much music as possible. Because just because you think it's the song, that doesn't mean that it's the song.
Yeah, keep sending music.
Just keep sending music, man.
Yeah, keep sending it.
What he really means is the shit you sent earlier.
It
with some
didn't
bullshit.
make it.
So send something better.
Can I say, can I make
Yeah,
one
go
point?
ahead, go ahead.
So I was watching an interview with Master P. And he was talking
Okay.
about how Eazy-E was bringing him to the radio station in LA when he was first making his music, and he brought Bout It.
Yep.
And the program director said, no, that's not it.
Yep.
And so he went away, came back, said, come back in a week. Brought Bout It back. Said, no, that's not it.
Yeah.
So at about the fourth time, he said, man, you must really believe in this record. He said, yeah, I do. And it took off.
Right.
And I say all of that to say sometimes people test you just to see if you believe in your shit.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
So I just want to leave out with
Dancing and Bout It.
Yeah. if that shit sound like Bout It, I'd be like, yo, let's go.
Program director, can we please add some Vegas music, man, to
Come
the
on.
regular rotation?
Absolutely.
Regular.
Yo, and
Vegas,
I want to shout out.
independent artists.
Shout out to Mappa Crew.
Yo, I want to shout out to Detroit Corned Beef. They're gonna be here next week.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was
Lining
looking
up with
around
us.
like, hold on, man.
No, they're gonna be up here lining up with us next week. Shout out to Lit Lemonade. Shout out to Delicious Treats and Q the Barber.
Q the Barber, located at
Man.
2077th North Jones behind the Burger King. They say they taking all fades. Go in there and get you a nice cut. Take your
Yeah.
kids and get everybody ready for school. This
Yeah.
Mariposa and Foreign Exchange.
Foreign Exchange.
All our affiliates out here who
Divine Graphics Inc.
Yep.
Man.
Peace
Who
to the
support-
God and P-Line.
They
Hold
all
on, we got a
support
video.
the Fifth
Come on, run
Element.
that video. Appreciate
go.
all y'all. It's
Yeah,
our
we
4
love
year.
all y'all.
It's
Yeah,
our 4 year
going out with
anniversary.
Bar Test.
Gorilla Cross for helping us reach this four-year
Quan.
landmark.
Hey,
Right.
man.
4
This is
years in.
4 years in.
4
This is a
years,
little
baby.
J.O.
Hey,
This
y'all
is
pull up tomorrow, man.
it's
Me
a
and Tay
throwback
Beans. We
from
finna go
3
crazy.
years ago.
Oh,
on
wow.
Fully.
Everything just crazy.
You did.
Vegas
Oh, this is-
YN.
Set ourselves, you know. We always been, you know, game.
Tryna catch a nigga on fully and turn my bully on. I been outside for some days with my new hoodie on. Your partner died and you ain't do shit but go make a song. These niggas hate me in my city, got me hating home. They got my low thinking I lit it, that's a vacant home. I love the wild, but I'm from 59th, so bitch don't take it wrong. You play with mine, all yours die, cause we don't play
That
it
ain't
all.
in Vegas.
That's Mississippi.
For real. I be telling all lies. To keep it real, I ain't felt the same since my dog died. If you my bro, then be my bro, and please don't snake me in. I gave love to the whole gang, they tried to play me in. And now I've been in sliding. I done fell in love with gun smoking, came with violence. Them boys know not to play with us, them boys be hiding. That last nigga got shot, he came back, but he not high, man. We gon' make him die again.
Outside, we blowing pipes like we're a referee. I never leave my gang, I'm not a refugee. This bitch asking what I bang, but I'm from Wild G. Park the Jeep, we gon' creep. After night, he gon' sleep.
I be feeling dead on the inside, they don't understand. These niggas dropping all these lows, but do it for the gram. I ain't tryna argue on no live, just come shake some hands. These niggas said they was a ops, but J.O. made them fans. Tell them pop out, I got my Glock out, I won't run from them. Bitch, I'm on 59 for my fully in my drum for them. These niggas say they outside, but we don't see them. These niggas police on Instagram in my DMs. Tryna catch a nigga on fully and turn my bully on. I been outside for some days with my new hoodie on. Your partner died and you ain't do shit but go make a song. These niggas hate me in my city, got me hating home. They got my low thinking I lit it, that's a vacant home. I love the wild, but I'm from 59th, so bitch don't take it wrong. You play with mine, all yours die, cause we don't play it all. Long lives ain't my heart hurt, but like fuck it, we ball. I'm like fuck it, we ball. I'm like fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. I'm like fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. I'm like fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball. Hey, long list, hey, nigga, hey, free all the troops, man. I love the why I'm from 59th, though, you know. Like, it's not the same thing, you know, I got my own gang. They their own people, you know, like, we got love for them, though. It's like,